It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. The show is called The Legends. I want to thank everybody all over the world that actually subscribes to my show and show me love. In the House of the Legends, she's a podcaster, she's a performer, and she's a recording artist. And she's my cousin. So I bring you Dr. Yaya Diamond. Hey, what's going on? What's happening?
Just, finishing up for the day and getting ready to do those edits.
Okay. Very busy woman, y'all. I mean, she wears many hats, but we're going to first talk about your podcast because you've been doing this for quite a while before we get into the music scene. So tell the viewers about your podcast and the consistency of it.
When I first started the podcast, it was because I needed that guidance. I needed that the input. And I called it Dream Chasers Radio. And still today it's called Dream Chasers Radio. And I started in 2006. And I started with my very first interview was Walter Clyde Orange of the Commodores. He sings the song Brick House, good friend of mine. And I was like, Clyde, you're on my show. He's like, what show? What are you talking about, Yaya? I was like, I'm doing a podcast. He's like, what is that? Here goes another one of your things that you're doing. I'm like, it's going to work. It's going to work. And I've been doing it ever since.
I caught your podcast a few years ago, and I believe I was the first person to actually be televised or something like that. I believe it was something like that that was actually happening at the time. And through your podcast, what has it actually symbolized? I mean, as far as, what it does.
It inspires people to go after their dreams and their goals by interviewing people who have done that. And it makes no compromise for you, no excuses. This is what they did. They went through their ups and their downs, through their tribulations, but they still made it, and so can you. And that's what this podcast is all about.
I admire the versatility of it because it just isn't on just one genre as far as subjects. You do multi types of situations, and I can say that it's fantastic to know that you put your hands in so many things and like of that nature, man. And how do you actually come up with the concept to actually be so versatile on your podcast?
People ask me to interview them, and I do it. I've done entrepreneurs, recording artists, actors, singers, dancers, authors love to be on my platform. And there's multiplicity of authors, whether they're writing their memoir or they're writing a fiction or a novel. I accept mostly everyone, not everybody, but mostly everyone.
Okay. And what do you get out of people that you actually do put on your show? You believe that everybody has a story that needs to be told, to be enhanced, and things like that?
I do. I believe that everyone has a story, whether they want to, come out with what they're doing or what they're going to do. Even your future dreams are great to broadcast to people. I've had one guy that wanted to get off drugs, and he wanted to be on the show to show accountability, and I was fine with that. What I say that I get out of it is I get the opportunity to be a part of that person's journey as they go forth in life and as they go forward in their goals and their dreams. And it's just a pleasure and an honor to do so.
And do your show actually reflect on some of your life experiences as well?
It's funny. A lot of people have influenced me to be an author, and I have the children's book out called The Adventures of James Anthony. And so I got that book, and it's coming out on Amazon. And the singers and the struggles, I have no excuses anymore. I mean, I've interviewed a lot of people where I'm like, yeah, you can't make that excuse anymore. So yeah, it definitely has influenced me in the positive.
How do you balance your life with all the things you do? Because you do a lot. Every time I turn around, Yaya's doing this and Yaya's doing that and things like that. And how do you actually maintain a balance? I mean, you do a lot. you know?
I do. I do. I get away. I mean, cuz come on now. When you call me, you're like, yeah, what you doing? I'm like, I'm at Universal. You're like, yep, can't call you. I'll call you back tomorrow. I completely get off the map and I'm gone. I think I go for a certain amount of time and then all of a sudden I'm like, I gotta get away. I gotta get away. And so yeah, it's almost that time.
So we're going to convert it and make a transition into your music genre. I have to say that my cousin is very talented because of the type of music she does. She also performs with a band. And tell the viewers about your band.
So Yaya Diamond and the Dream Chasers is a spinoff of another band I used to be a part of, but then when that band kind of went awry, we went ahead and formed Yaya Diamond and the Dream Chasers. It's a 7-piece horn band. We do stuff like Earth, Wind, and Fire and things like that, and we go out, we go to a lot of communities, a lot of festivals, and we perform there. And it's a pleasure to have these guys in the band. It's just all around pleasure.
Let's talk about the energy from your crowd because you're consistently working. So your energy has to be high. And how does that make you feel knowing that you're actually being booked and booked and booked and booked? Because every time I call her, she's traveling somewhere. I got a gig this weekend and I call her every week to just check up on her and things of that nature. And she's always doing something. So
Yeah,
tell the viewers about that.
it's an honor. It's definitely an honor and a pleasure to have people call me from I guess now it's getting above Orlando, but this was one of those things that I only did on call. It was never something, okay, Yaya can come out, by herself or with the band. It was mostly, hey, Yaya, can you come out? Oh, sure. Now it's agents calling me. Hey, Yaya, we got somebody calling. So it's a pleasure and a wonderful thing to see. And music is so healing that it's an honor to go out and do it, definitely. And I love seeing repeat people and seeing people again and catching up with things with them. It's a blessing.
When you came out with the remake of the Beatles Come Together, now that sort of like blew me away because I've never heard anybody actually do that song. So how did you come about actually picking that song and doing a remake on it?
My husband showed me Michael Jackson's version of it, and I fell in love with it. I was like, "What? Michael Jackson tore that thing up." I was like, "Yes!" So I was like, "I want to do my own remake of that song," and I wanted to do it locally. So I did a lot of the music video was a local thing, local beaches, local pub. And so it was a pleasure, and I got to do that music video with my daughter and one of her friends, and it was great.
Okay. As far as being a songwriter, how do you actually gain the adrenaline and the mindset to actually do something and actually project it as a song?
Wow, it depends. It depends on what mood I'm in. It depends on what I've seen and where I've been and my environment. I take a lot of things from the environment, a lot of things situational. If I don't have that, then I basically write about love, and that's like my key thing. I love to write about love, whether it's gone awry or whether it's lost love or whether it's a love coming or here, whatever.
Okay. So what first drew you into making music? Because I know you were probably young. You was always around music your whole life.
Yeah.
And your mother, Evelyn Thomas, she was very inspiring at the time. And for you to actually watch her actually grow in the industry and doing her own thing, how did it make you feel? Did you feel that one day you just want to be a part of that as well?
I didn't want to be a part of that in the beginning. I didn't. My mom was there were two sides to her. There was the Evelyn Thomas, and then there was mom. And she always kept me grounded. I went to college for performing arts and law. And she always kept me grounded, always kept me like, hey, go clean your room. We didn't have a maid, we didn't have a big house, but she could have, but we just never did. And she was my hero. She raised me by herself, and it was a wonderful thing, and I miss her. And it's hard, but I was very proud of her because she said she would, and she did.
I miss her as well, having those long, long hours of uh, conversations on the phone of encouragement and and things of that, and telling me about a lot of things from the past. And I've also had her on my show as well.
Yeah.
And very charming, very informative, and she kept it real. I admire her as being a person that was very candid and things like that. So we're going to move on because you actually did a song, and it's called Dancing in the Rain, which was actually dedicated to her. And how did you actually come about that?
I was thinking about it. People say, oh, you're going to get over it, or you'll have a different life, or you'll do something different. I don't think I'll ever get over losing my mom. She was this big icon. How can you get over a big icon, whether she be your mom or whether she be this big icon? But my mother was my mom, who was a big icon. I'm seeing her everywhere. There is absolutely no break for me in this healing journey for me to heal. So I felt like Dancing in the Rain was symbolic of the rain covering all of the tears that I've shed since she's been gone. But I wanted to put a twist on it and say a lost love. Never ever just like stand there and let your love, tell them you love them, do something. Don't just let it go and then they're gone. You know what I mean? So tell them you love them, whether it's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, your best friend that you love, you fell in love with, they don't even know. Come on, don't let that go by. Tell them. I mean, you can't lose anything,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I wanted to convey.
That fact was very inspirational to me to see that you actually did something. Was that part of your closure as well, the song?
It was. And I don't think that's closure. I just think it's like I said, I don't think I'll ever get over losing my mother, because I can't get away from her. Every time I'm somewhere, everybody's telling me about her. The pictures, the music videos, the songs. I mean, High Energy, how many times a day it still plays? I don't think so. It's just one of those things that I have to continue the legacy, continue to do what I said I would do when my mom told me, hey, you continue this legacy.
And what we're going to actually do is we're going to play the track Dancing in the Rain. And you guys go out there, support it, because it's very, very important to her. And I believe it's going to be something that's going to be a part of her for the rest of her life, and also to a lot of people that was actually relative to her as well.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
The thunder rolls in, the sky turns gray, echoes of your laughter are fading away. Each drop that falls, it whispers your name in this empty space. Nothing feels the same. Dancing in the rain to hide my tears. Will it be days or will it be years? Dancing in the rain, hoping you'll find your way back. Dancing in the rain to hide my tears. No, I can't shake the notion, no, that you
just one more dance in a world that feels so wrong, reminding me softly where we both belong. I close my eyes tight just to feel you near. Puddles on the ground, how I wish you were here. As the clouds dance in the night, the sun slowly breaks. You know I've been standing here, standing right here, dancing in the rain.
This is ours.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is ours.
And we're back with Dr. Yaya Diamond in the house.
Hey.
You know, the song's very inspirational and it's built on a lot of character. It's very heartfelt and personal. You know, when you actually know somebody physically for a long time, it's hard to actually detach yourself from them to the point where it's just an everlasting thought, you know. And I commend you on the song because I'm feeling your heart in this song, you know.
Thank you. Yeah, I put a lot into it. It took a lot. Yeah.
I feel that we're going to get off that for a little bit, and we're going to talk about some current events going on with Yaya Diamond because you always got something going on, man. It's never boring or anything like that. So let's talk about Yaya Diamond and some of the things that she's getting ready to do, and share it with the viewers.
Well, I'm actually working on the next song. I've actually mixed and mastered another song called Push Uptown. We're getting ready to go on the 21st to Miami to record the music video and get some of the music videos going to be done in Sarasota. And then we're going to go to the East Coast and record the other part of that video. And I have like so many of my friends and family going to be there in Miami to meet me there. So it's going to be so much fun. And then I have a few more songs and I'm putting together an album which is going to be on my record label, Red Hot Reality Entertainment, as well as Sony and The Orchard. So I'm working on that. And and then of course I have, interviews and documentaries that I'm working on and stuff like that. And AI movies. And, oh, goodness gracious. Yes.
This woman lives a full life.
Yeah.
And I have to commend you on that.
I work hard and I play hard too. So, hey.
Yeah, definitely. My question to you is, you do it all as far as podcasting, being a performer, recording artist, and play a role as being a mother, a wife, and things of that nature. Yeah. What would you actually say to someone that actually wants to full a life with recreation as far as being recreational?
I find that there has to be a balance between your work and your play. If you're going to go recreational, because I am a grandmother as well. I have 3 grandchildren and I play hard. So I go about 3 weeks and then I start planning my next mini getaway. And I do that throughout the year. And I think that everybody needs a day just to turn your phone on airplane mode, get away. Just like totally get away, whether you take yourself out, whether you go out with a friend, whether you go out with your husband or your wife, your lover, your whatever the case may be, get away. Because if you do that, you can actually recoup yourself and regroup yourself and find out who you really are behind the scenes. You just don't want to have that work personality all the time. You want to be you. And I have that.
When did you actually say to yourself that I've actually found my identity in a sense?
It took a while because I was under my mother for a long time. Mom, when mom got sick, I had to grow up. That was the hardest thing because, she was my best friend. Call her, you know how she was. We
Yeah,
talk for
definitely.
hours. She was, let's go out to lunch, when we go out. And I was my mother's daughter for a very long time. No pressure to do anything, to be anybody, to whatever. I didn't have to. Mom was doing it. Um, I was already understanding who I was, but when she left, it left me coverless, exposed. And I really truly had to say, this is who I am. No apologies needed. No looks back. 'Cause I'm not looking back on it. I'm not regretting the decisions I made. But from now on, this is me. And sometimes it just takes a major thing in your life to change you, to make you see who you really truly are, and to appreciate yourself. And that I do. I do.
Have you felt that through your life experiences, even with your mother and things of that nature, did it actually elevate your vision?
Mom always made me elevate my vision. She did that.
I hear you. I hear you.
Come on, Tyrone.
Well, I know. But hey, the viewers have to know.
I'm sorry, family, but no, I had always had a higher vision. I had always, my mom never let me sit. She always says, okay, if you're going to do this, you have to do this to the best of your ability. And just because I didn't really go into the music industry full time and I didn't really push like I'm pushing now, I was in the broadcast network. So I'm the co-CEO of Women to Women TV. I am the co-CEO of True Eye Network, and I am the CEO of Yaya Productions and Red Hot Reality Entertainment on Sony and Orchard. So I do a lot of different things, but the hats that I have each day, there's a different hat, and that's how I balance it. My mom made me see that, as you go through life, all of your talents need to be used. They can be used in one conglomerate, but they must be all used for you to be completely happy.
We talk about how spiritual things actually use us as a vessel, to the point where we actually inspire other people, and I'm sure by the things that you do, you inspire a lot of women. And have they actually brought forth that to you?
People tell me that all the time. You inspire me. How do you do everything that you do? Yeah, I can never do. Oh my gosh. It's weird in a way because I'm not doing anything outside of what I can do. And I'm not doing anything that I don't want to do. So to be an inspiration with doing the things I like to do is kind of cool, to tell you the truth. And so, yeah, it humbles me. It definitely humbles me, but it also makes me a responsible person to understand that, yeah, these people are watching me. I have to do this. I have to do it, but I'm doing what I love. So it's not something I'm, taxing on.
What actually inspired me about you was that you wear a lot of hats, but you actually deal with the fundamental business aspect as well. And how did you inquire that? Because that's very important. So the viewers need to hear this.
If you want to be in business or if you want to do something that you love to do, you have to actually dig deeper and dig that foundation. Having that foundation, having that built first is going to give you the joy you need to actually continue. There's going to be a lot of aspects of your business, of your journey, of your dream that you don't like. But if you don't have it in place, then the dream never comes to fruition. So I always encourage people, dig deep into the things you don't like, make sure you get that done, and then everything that you do like will flourish from that.
Yeah, I feel that asking questions is a really good tool as far as knowing, because some people are egotistic. They don't want to let you know they don't know, and they're afraid to ask. I don't think it will actually dampen them in a sense. And I believe that if you don't know anything, you should go to Yaya Diamond. She'll let you know.
Don't come to me.
Yaya, it's been a pleasure. I mean, a pleasure to have you on this platform. And this is our second one, but this is the most intense one that we have done. And I thank you so much for actually being informative to the viewers as well. you know, and go out there, support her with her new single, Dancing in the Rain. And I'm sure it is on all platforms. But before we actually go off the air, you know, tell everybody how they can actually contact you, email, whatever.
Right. So I'm on all platforms, Yaya Diamond or Dr. Kimberly Thomas, because I had to actually, when mom passed away, I had to put my real name and prove who I was. So that's a whole different thing. But either Yaya Diamond or Dr. Kimberly Thomas. And you can find me Yaya Diamond Official on Instagram, Yaya Diamond Official, on TikTok, yayadiamond.com. It's really simple. If you put my name in, you will find me.
Okay. And there it is. So just to let you guys know that it's real. And this has been another T-Leo video production. And I thank you guys for tuning in.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.